everybody, welcome back to our story time. Today is all about scarecrows. So our book we have today is called The Scarecrow by Gina Thompson. In a faraway town called Hack-on-Weald, a lone scarecrow stood in a farmer's field. His clothes were all tatters, his hat was all torn. His job was to keep the crows from the corn. He was stuffed full of straw in his arms and his legs. Instead of fingers, he had wooden pegs. Indeed, he looked quite a miserable sight, stuck high on a pole all day and all night. The scarecrow's name was Old Fuzzy Fred because of the straw that stuck out of his head. But Fred was unhappy. He felt terribly sad. There wasn't a friend in the world that he had. Poor Fred. Each person who passed the field of corn would see Fuzzy Fred with his clothing all torn. And they'd shriek at the sight of this scary man. Ah! They'd hide in the bushes, and some of them ran. With no one to talk to, no friend at all, poor Fuzzy Fred was alone, standing tall. He looked down at the world stretched out below, and down his straw face, tears started to flow. Oh, Fred's crying. Then one day a crow flew down on his head. "Hey, why are you crying?" the black crow said. "Because I'm alone and I'm tattered and torn, and all I do is stare out at this corn. I scare all the crows, all the people too." And then he stopped. "But I don't scare you." "Oh no!" called the bird. "You don't scare me, but I've just flown in from the city, you see. In a city, there's plenty more scary than you. That's why I'm brave. Now here's what I'll do. I'll call every day and we'll have a chat. And I won't eat the corn. Now how about that?" "Oh, would you? Oh, thank you," cried Fuzzy Fred. "A friend of my own perched up on my head." At last Fred was happy. He wasn't alone. Now there was no reason for him to moan. Now everyone passing the field of corn looked at the scarecrow all tattered and torn. They laughed right out loud, and one of them said, "Look at the crow on the scarecrow's head." "He's supposed to be scary," a small boy said, "but he doesn't frighten that crow on his head. In fact, they look friendly. It just goes to show. He is a scarecrow that can't scare a crow." The end. All right, guys, so in your grab bags this week, you are going to get a scarecrow coloring sheet. And then our letter of the week this week is the letter G. G for goat. So after you color and cut and paste, your letter G is gonna look like this for your goat. Okay, guys, so for our craft today, we are gonna make scarecrow brown paper bags. And I'm gonna take these off so I don't glue them to my paper bag, all right? So you're gonna need a bag and some construction paper. And I've got some straw that I might use for my hair today. I'm not sure yet. But with my construction paper, I have cut out a hat and a bow and some eyes, okay? So you're just gonna take your bag and take some glue, which I have lost. There it is. Okay, so first I think I'm gonna glue on my bow tie. And I'm just gonna stick this down here at the bottom. I've just got a little bow tie. You can make it however big or little you want. And then I'm gonna glue on my eyes. Kitty. And you don't want to put your eyes up too high because you're gonna glue on your hair and your hat. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my eyes there. And I forgot to cut out my nose. So I'm just gonna take my construction paper here and rip out a nose. Glue that on right there. Okay, and then I think I might just use construction paper for my hair too. So I'm gonna put some glue all over my yellow and just glue it on wherever you want your hair. And my kitty is loving this straw right now. Okay, and your hair doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a couple pieces and then I'm gonna glue on my hat. So I'm gonna glue on my big part first. Just right on top there. And then my long bottom piece. Just gonna glue that right on top of your hair. Okay, so it's gonna look something like this. And then I'm just going to take a black marker and draw my mouth. Just gonna draw him smiling. And then for my eyes, we're just gonna have him looking up. We'll say there's a crow on his head and he's looking up at it. Okay, we'll give her some eyelashes. All right. And there is your super cute little scarecrow. And you could decorate it however you want. You can give him a frowny face or a scary smile, whatever you want to do. But there is my scarecrow. All right, guys, so that is all we have for this week. That's all we have for this week. So I will see you all next time.